Hey guys, it's TomF7 here, Mr. Techno Tom, and today I'm with
Marco FD.
And this video was put together by Marco FD. This is the highlights for the Singapore Grand Prix for F1 live season. As you can see, we have the results of qualifying and the grid for tomorrow's race.
Yes, as you can see, I am in second and Jay is in first. But first we're going to take a quick look what happened to me at the end of quali, because I was on a hot lap, which was quicker. But as you can see here, I get
a little bit of contact with the Mercedes driver, Steve, but well, we do believe he was actually under control of that car, so he may have to have some sort of investigation there. But either way, the show must go on.
Sorry to me on Steam, but yeah.
Yeah, but either way, you know, the show does go on. We do apologise that mine and Marco's voices are a bit sniffly or whatever. We've got flu.
So we were both handicapped in this race, just keep that in mind.
It's true, so wherever we finished, we probably could have finished about 2 minutes above that time. So
yeah, exactly, 2 whole minutes. As you can see, final preparations in the garage, me and Tom, even though we're not on the same team. But
I'm on the right side of the screen, Marco's on your left in the Red Bull. And
he didn't show up because he was a pussy on this track.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't understand why he didn't show up, because let's face it, you know, points for the team is always good. But
yeah, exactly.
We're on the grid, and you know, unfortunately, only 8 people turned up. But you know, it's not too bad, and it was just unfortunate a lot of people were going on holidays. But
yeah, Japan should be better because most people like Japan.
So we have some lights
starting to come on. So we got 4 lights, we got 5 lights, and we're off for round 14 of F1 live season here in Singapore, going down into the first corner.
See a little bit of contract there with Andre and NF Dalton, and it's all going off in 3rd, 4th and 5th. I give Andre a little tap. I do apologise to Andre about this. It was just, I was sort of being squeezed between 2 people into a inevitable gap which was closing. But I'm on the inside, and unfortunately I lost it, and I'm right at the back. So
I tapped your front there. Maybe he took a little revenge for you touching him into turn 2. But,
I mean, you know,
what were you thinking at that moment, Tom?
It was bad. I mean, look, if you look on the minimap down there, I'm probably about 10, maybe 8 seconds behind. So, you know, it's not helped, but I haven't lost any of my front wing. No damage to the car. The tyres are still good, and you know, Singapore, it's very difficult to overtake. And if there's a driver who's in, you know, a high position who's slow, they're going to be backing everyone into me. So
yeah, exactly. And I guess with the chance of a safety car in this race is very high as well, and seeming that this game always has fireworks during the race, people might be blinded by the lights. You never know, man.
Never know, man. You don't know what this crazy shit can happen in this game. But
I'm still closing in on Jay. As you can see, he bumped into the barrier there. He underestimated the weight of the car there, I think. But here on lap 3, DRS is activated, and I'm 0.6 behind Jay, so looking good for the overtake.
Fastest lap of the race as well. Very good.
Yeah, I thought back on board with you. Behind Steve now on lap 3.
As you can see, caught up Steve within 2 laps, not too bad. Obviously Steve isn't exactly the fastest driver on the grid, but it's still going to be a difficult overtake, because, you know, DRS is effective, but I didn't get a good line out of this corner, you can see. And
no, you have a very different way of driving compared to me. That's what I noticed when I was looking at your footage.
You see on the outside, got the move done.
Like you brake like here, and then you turn, but then you start turning more inside the corner. Like you lose a little more speed inside the corner, like just like here. Then you turn in a little more. So initially you take more speed into the corner, but you brake halfway through it.
Either way, we're back on board with you, Marco, and as you can see,
Jay's flip screw stream here, so
we're going to go on the inside, and doesn't look like it. Jay, you know, he's a very good driver around this circuit, if you didn't already know. He's a winner of this circuit around many different leagues, and well, it's going to be a difficult job for you to overtake him. He's very good at defending.
Yeah, definitely. And this isn't really a sector where you are promoted overtaking
It's just loads of like squeezing the throttle and trying to make sure you're on it and not on one of them glitched curves, which did ruin my race. But either way, let's not spoil anything for you guys out there.
Yeah, at least I got the DRS on him, and like you advised in the race, just
you gotta keep in it. You gotta keep in it, and you gotta wait for the moment to get down the second DRS zone. That's the best place to overtake around this track, guys.
I think I had a decent entry into this corner, but the exit is a little.
Yeah, Jay's got a lot better exit. You lose the rear a little bit, didn't you? And using about 75. No, he's going to use all his curves.
I was planning on overtaking him here, but my exit really cost me.
The thing is, you got to stay within the DRS. That's how you get a chance to overtake. You never know; it could be a sloppy pit stop, but he could lose his wing. You know, a lot of drivers did.
Yeah, as long as I'm behind him, well, actually I lose the back end here again, but
you can see the tyres are very red, and it's probably time to pit.
Yeah, I was meant to pit on this lap, so actually it's right on the schedule, but
so
as you can see, I'm sliding around on this part of the track.
Just so that everyone knows, the strategy, I designed the strategy for this race, and as you'll see it being played out. Also, Jay did a similar strategy, but he decided to do one less stop.
No, that was the entry, as you can see. I'm right back on.
Very gentleman-like, not cutting any of the curves.
Yeah, he went in unlike, so I decided to do it as well, but you can still take plenty of speed if you enter it like that. Sadly, my 3-second pit stop wasn't good enough to undercut him here, and on the left side you can see your pit stop, because right now you're in 4th and I'm in 3rd actually, so...
Yeah, a lot of drivers are ahead of me. The midfield of this race, they did seem to pit on lap 4, so I was going for the sort of overcut, if you will. And shouldn't pay off, but I should be a few seconds closer to what we calculated in practice.
At least you're on more fresh tires for the entire stint compared to the guys ahead of you, so that's always good.
So yeah, also this video has been edited by Marco FD, so congratulations to him, or thanks to him, and you can see the overtake is done. This now allows you to potentially go on the off. That's what it's all about.
Funny thing was, looking at Jay's footage, he didn't use any curves on that straight. Like he didn't fight my overtake at all.
Or maybe he wasn't expecting you to be so close to him out of the pits. I don't know. You know, these tyres, as we worked out in our simulations, you know, they take about a lap or two to really get the heat into them and get the performance. You can see you're a little bit struggling here.
Ahead of him. Yeah, you're right. I lose the back end in this slow corner.
You know, it's definitely a difficult track for the tyres, and they don't last long, and especially the primes, they take a long time to heat up.
So what happened here then?
Well, Andre and Ben must have had a coming together too. It looked like Ben tried to slow down, but in the meantime he did decide to stick within my sort of DRS zone, which obviously if he caused the collision with Andre, he may be under investigation. But as far as we're aware, there's no footage, so unfortunately we may not be able to.
Something from the start, but not from that.
But either way, you can see I got glitched there on that curb, and well, lost my wing.
It was distracted by my.
Yeah, probably, but I'm still within DRS, and me being the fighter, I have to go for the overtake. I've just lost my wing, but I'm not losing that position, and it's critical around this track, Marco. You know, you just can't be stuck behind drivers. The tyres die.
So who gets DRS here? Because you were technically next to each other going through that.
I do believe he gets DRS. We'll soon. No, I got it. So that's pretty good.
Does he also have it, or
not at all? No. But I'm nowhere near probably to get that overtake. Yes, I am. But he's gonna cleverly defend it. Good defending there. Good driving.
Did he stand there? I didn't see that in the first.
Did he what?
Did he track extend there?
Not at all. I don't mind drivers giving the extra width. Like, for that, you know, he knew I was on the inside and he didn't want to squeeze me, so I respect it. That's good enough.
Yeah, I guess that's sportsmanlike.
Yep. And as we can see, we're on board with Marco FD now. He's in first, lap 10. He's probably got this under control. You know, Jay, it's not like Jay's, you know, loads of time behind him or heaps of time behind him, but, you know, he's keeping him honest.
Yeah, 2.99 seconds. Okay, so a little less than 3-second gap here.
But critically, he is outside of the DRS zone, which, you know, this track, once you're in that DRS, you stay with that car throughout the whole of the laps, and you know, he's crucially outside of that 1 second window, which means Marco is going to have a little bit of easier time managing the tyres and crucially being able to maintain the gap.
Yeah, I keep messing up on that.
But we're on board with me now, and you can see I'm still stuck behind Ben, and you know, this was killing me. The tyre wear, it's not good. I'm gonna go for the inside, nowhere there, but
it seems Ben, his tires are worse for wear than yours. Was that actually a back tap there?
I didn't feel anything on my controller, but you know, I did decide that I'm not going to squeeze him too much, and I decided to brake a little bit heavier at that corner to give him the chance with the DRX. But as far as I was aware, I didn't touch him at all. He has
side iron for you there, and this should give you the place.
It was quite a good overtake, to be honest. Well, it was quite easy. Ben's gearbox didn't seem to be too good at attacking, but it was very good at defending. So either way, we can see Marco FC now.
Very low gears.
He is on lap 11. He gets a message from some guy there who, you know, this is very distracting to receive messages, people. This is my sort of little, sort of, not warning, but I would like to tell people, do not send us messages when we drive. It's annoying.
And certainly not invites for lobbies.
It's true, especially when you know there's a race going on.
Yeah,
and
I
also,
guess
don't retire from qualifying, Jay.
Oh yeah, Jay.
You do realise you've received penalty points for that, Jay, and you've already got one of them, so...
And a slap on the wrist.
It is, a little slap on the wrist from me, Mr. Fenton.
The Fenton slap.
Yeah.
It's worse, even more worse than a bitch slap, I can say.
It is. It does stink. It has
to have this prickly feeling afterwards, like when something goes asleep.
I tell you what, I want to give a quick shout out to Nebula Dalton. He's done a great race, considering his strategy. You know, he's only 16 seconds off you and Jay, which, true, is a lot of time, but you two are arguably in the top 50, or at least, well, especially you, Marco, you're probably in the top 10 of the drivers on this game, so it's pretty good what Dalton's being able to do, and especially the strategy you'll see he plays out. So definitely
Dalton's a nice guy to talk to as well, so he has the complete package.
Lap 13,
as you can see. Yeah, I ran a little bit wide on the potential there.
Well, I'm sure everyone else did. Anyway, it's not a big issue. But Jay, seems
we have another pit stop, another 3-second pit stop. So I'm very happy. That's two in a row.
The Riot Box guy, he seems to have gone for another lap, and that means he will have done 9 laps if he comes into pit next time round, which is quite a long time.
We discussed on the radio that he might be on a 2 stop. So.
Well, it's all about when he pits and, you know, what tyre he puts on, obviously. I mean, it's very difficult, but I think a 2-stop is a bit too much to stretch.
So lap 15, I caught up to Dalton here.
Who's definitely on a 2-stop, we know that for sure.
And now I'm corner cutting, so I...
You can see his tyres don't look good on Dalton's car.
No, his tyres seem fucked.
This is a very frustrating situation for you, Marco. You know, you're stuck behind a car who you're probably at this moment in time 2-3 seconds a lap faster, and there's just no way through in the second or third sector.
Yeah, I think I might go for it here though.
You look pretty good. You've got a good gearbox, very good setup. Me and you running very similar setups. I've got a little bit more downforce than you, but
I did feel a little bad taking so much curve on that corner.
Yeah, but it was, you know, if you two had a similar pace, I think it would have been an issue. But you're clearly, look how much you've already pulled out on him, and it's only 2.
Yeah, his tires were certainly on a different lifespan.
To get someone, but also
you can see.
Yeah, by a few hundredths of a second, but we've seen tighter margins. But this circuit is very, very good, very difficult and demanding on the drivers, and which is why it's annoying that me and Marco seem to have flu on of all weekends. So he's going to do what?
Yeah, exactly. And it's not good for your consistency. You tend to mess up a little more and overcorrect your errors a bit.
As we can see, Marco, you're only basically 3 seconds behind Jay, and he hasn't pitted yet, as far as we believe.
No, so obviously he's going for a two-stop strategy here, and as you can see on lap 22, both me and you.
I also show, if you saw quickly there, that I show that Jay is on prime tyres and he has pitted for a second time, meaning that he's likely going to do, I believe we calculated, was it 14 laps on the prime, which is
he did very. It's
a very risky move. It may pay off, and it's going to be tight. We did calculate, I calculated that I believe a 3-stop is a faster strategy, only by a few seconds maybe, but it is a faster strategy. But you obviously lost a little bit of your wing, Marco, in the second stint.
Yeah, I had a slow pit stop there, 5.5 seconds.
And we want to make sure that 2.5 seconds you lost changing your wing isn't going to come back and haunt you, because like I told you, it's only a few seconds difference between a 3 and a 2 stop if you do the strategies correctly.
Yeah, the 3 stop should be 10 seconds quicker in the end, according to real statistics, but you never know how that translates to this game, obviously.
So it's a very simple process now, people. We've got Marco FD in second place on much fresher tyres as we switch to TomF7. But either way, the idea is that we have Marco FD who's fresher tyres and he's got to catch Jay.
There you go. NF Gaming made a mistake and Hume took liberty of that. And
I did indeed, but he's on a different strategy, and it definitely looks like that he was the better racer in this situation. As you can see, he's already caught me back up. Not even a lap. Not even a lap since he lost control. So it's very simple. I don't decide to fight him too much, and I thought I'll try and give him a go. This is good. So I overtake him because I'm in his slipstream, but his DRS is giving him more of an advantage. I have to duck back into the slipstream. That's such a surreal thing to experience, you know. You're in the slipstream, you decide to pull out, you got your KERS. I used all my KERS, but yet he started to pull away.
Yeah, he had better tires, better compound, fresher tires, and he had DRS, so
we believe
you could have done about that.
We believe his strategy is an option prime option, which is obviously a very unique strategy. If you can get it to work, it's very powerful as well, and you know, who knows, I could be racing him when he comes in for his final stop.
Yeah, but it's lap 28 now, and I am still 5 seconds behind Jay. I am going purple by a tiny margin, as you can see, but at this stage I am doubting if I can catch up with him.
Well, if we look at the stats, you've got 5 seconds to catch up, and you've got 5 laps to do it. Well, not even 5 laps, maybe 4. So it's difficult, you know. That's a big margin, but we've got to remember Jay's tyres are going to be 14 laps old on the final lap, which is what we're on now.
Lap 2.3 to Jay, as you can see.
So, you know, your tyres are pretty old anyway. You know, this is your 9th lap, so he's on 14th lap.
Yeah, mine didn't really feel nice anymore either. But
you can really see in the traction zones that right box is struggling, and that Marco FD is obviously doing well. You've got it. You've got a considerable amount more traction and pace, and you'll be right on him.
I run right there, as you can see.
You know, you're in the 2nd and 3rd sector. You can't really overtake there, as you just lose the rear. Keep it going.
Yeah, that's a tricky sector, but I was hoping to gain up on Jay here because of the corners.
But yeah, I thought that you'd catch him at this stage in the race, but whether you'd overtake him, it's difficult. You know, all he's got to do is manage that throttle, and he should be okay. But this is where it's going to kill Jay, surely. You know, this is a long straight, rich mix arm. No KERS though.
No, it seems that I'm out of KERS, but Jay is even more screwed because he's out of fuel.
So as you can see, Jay is really struggling now, and he goes for the defensive move with split screen here. Jay does sort of run, yeah, he really does run Marco wide, so that's going to probably be reviewed.
I have no idea whether he saw me even, but...
So we can see Jay is just fighting for this, and I'm going to let you talk about this, Marco.
Yeah, it's like getting to the final corner. I thought go for full fuel and just try and catch him here, and as you can see,
goes wide.
yeah.
And that was 2/10 of a second. 2/10 of a second difference there. This is me crossing the line. Now I don't know when this video ends, Marco, so I'll let you do the commentary.
Yeah, well, it's a little over a minute left, but anyways, as you can see at the end of the race, I did beat Jay, and Jay bails out of the lobby right away, as you can see.
Let's just say he was frustrated.
Yeah, and hungry. I know he did her right after, but yeah, he was pretty disappointed, I think. But
so thoughts on the race, Marco? Did it go well? 2/10 of a second was the difference.
In the end, I really enjoyed the race because it had a lot of action in it, and it's nice compared to driving in the front for a whole race.
You had to fight for it, that was the thing.
Yeah, exactly, and then in the end it's more satisfactory to win. But yeah, good fun. And how about you, man? 5th place, good points. So.
I'll take it. I think if I didn't have a few issues, like if I didn't get spun or whatever, and was a bit more consistent, I think I'd have been close to NF Gaming, but I still think he had the pace there with a very fast lap.
As you can see, I get out of the car and I do my victory pose. This has been Marco FD and
TomF7.
Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.
Peace.
The power is yours.